Welcome to Active Sports TV. You're now tuned in and rocking out with your host, Active. Boy, oh boy, boxing fans, I got an explosive episode breakdown for you guys today. You see it in the title. Keyshawn Davis, the young phenom, due to square off in a rematch with Narih Albright. Listen here, man. This one right here got bad blood all over it. You already know this got a lot attached to it. Keyshawn Davis coming back out of retirement, semi-retirement, and against one of his most competitive opponents up to this date. Moving up from the 135-pound division, Keyshawn Davis has been wrecking everything, knocking out everything. This man was showing the goods. He was low-key upscaling Shakur Stevenson. Now, Albright, this dude, you know, it showed that Keyshawn Davis was quite vulnerable in certain areas of his game, exposing a lot in the October showdown, I believe in Texas, at the time in the 135-pound division. Now, these two are due to square off this Saturday, May 16th. It's gonna be a bomb squadron, bro. Look, listen here. These two don't like each other at all. Period, point blank. Now, when you add the fact that it got, you know, family ties, bad family ties attached to it, you know, it's some get back that Keyshawn, you know, revenge on his mind. Not only due to the fact that a lot of people say that Albright may have edged that out me when I seen that fight in 2023. I believe Keyshawn edged that out, but it was highly competitive. It wasn't like wash like Keyshawn's latest bouts. Albright brought it, you know what I mean? But then when you add the fact that Kelvin Davis was supposed to be coming up, a part of the the DP3 or the DV3, the Davis boys. This DV3, the Davis boy crew, man. He was supposed to be the next one up. They was hyping him up. Keyshawn Davis was definitely supporting his brother, saying that he was actually the best Davis in the Davis camp. And Albright kind of like exposed all of that. You know what I mean? Made the boy look very, very ordinary. Took all the steam out of him. Poked the balloon. Let all of the air out of the hype when it came to Kelvin Davis. Right after that, in celebration, Albright in the back room, chilling, you know, getting his flowers. Keyshawn Davis decided to deliver him a bouquet, 1, 2, 3s in the back room, allegedly, you know what I mean? And the other brother, I can't remember his name, you know, they got active, you know what I mean, over here on Active Sports TV. And Albright, you know what I mean, went to the media. It turned into a major saga. Keyshawn Davis lost a lot of respect in the boxing public he lost a lot of respect with the boxing public after, you know, the recent thing to take place after his brother's loss. Now, speeding everything up to currently, man, we got a press conference from this up and coming week showdown between both fighters. Now that they've both moved up, this is now a fight taking place at the 140-pound division, where Keyshawn Davis have been dominant, showed that he's, you know, got very acclimated to the weight class. Also, early in Keyshawn's career, he wasn't as polished. He didn't see the competition, you know, that at that time before fighting Albright, to, you know, get him comfortable and acclimated to the pros, from adjusting from that amateur pedigree, now crossing over to the pros, getting acclimated to these hard punches, no headgear, and they don't have air kid anymore in the amateurs. But you know, that rapid, you know, land first skill set was now having to change to pinpoint accuracy, you know, countering, dominating, and overall just ring generalship and pulling off your athletic abilities in the pros. Now, I think this one right here is going to be a lot closer than a lot of people think. Now, Keyshawn Davis, he's been giving us every reason to believe that, you know, he can stop Albright. He's been on a wrecking, you know, on a wrecking crew. You know what I mean? Dropping everybody that stands in his way. But these guys are comfortable with each other. They fought each other. They both know each other. And like I said, they both want action at each other. They both have the ring on their mind. Albright is no slouch, man. After getting that fight with Frank Martin at 140, everybody believed that Frank Martin was the favorite. Frank Martin was due to fight Keyshawn next. We was looking forward to that bout taking place. But as Wu do, he always come through and upset something, brother. Like, this dude is the thorn in everybody's side, and you know, in his weight class. Everybody know Albright is the dude to try to avoid if you trying to get something done and you the next one up, you know, to a, you know, mega fight or, you know, a big payday fight in your division. Now that he's showed that he's the goods, man, I love that boxing is rewarding him. This man, you know, has done it against the top competition. He has fell short, I believe, to Ortiz, the same opponent that Keyshawn Davis dominated and stopped. That's why I believe Keyshawn Davis is a hard task for anybody right now. Jermaine Ortiz had never been stopped before. Plus, you know, adding the fact that he was able to, I believe, beat Albright. So, you know, Keyshawn Davis got a lot weighing, leaning in his favor. And I believe that he would edge it out, but it's exactly what I said, an edge. I don't think it's going to be nothing, you know, dominant. We know that Keyshawn is saying that he's going to stop him. You know what I mean? But before going forward, I would like to switch this over to the audio, man. We got some audio from the final press conference taking place between both fighters, and just giving their take on what they believe is going to take place this Saturday, and what we should all be looking forward to and anticipating and excited about. I'm excited about this one right here, man. I think boxing needs this. Rematches is slim to none in today's era. You know what I mean? I grew up in the era with the Manny Pacquiao, Eric Morales, Barrera, Marquez, you know, Oscar De La Hoya, Mosley. So, you know, to get this type of bout, you know, it says that, you know, these guys actually want to prove something, and that's a lost art right now in today's era. So shout out to both fighters. Let's go in and get into this. This is coming from Fight Hype TV. Shout out to them, man. And let's go ahead and check out both fighters and how they feel they're gonna do this Saturday, May 16th.
Got into the fight in the ring with Kelvin Davis, then you got to another one in the back after the fight. You called for this fight immediately after that. How do you feel now that it's finally here?
It feels amazing. First of all, I want to thank
I gotta pause it right there, bro. Like, Mike Carpenter, bro. Like, this guy right here, bro. He does his job. But he's my least favorite, bro. He comes right out the gate igniting something, bro. There's many things to talk about this fight. He goes immediately throw the great cloud over Keyshawn, bringing up the past. Now, it's to be mentioned, but when it comes to a fight of this caliber, I believe we should start off with the fact that these fighters both met in the ring. I don't think that's really a distasteful thing, and, you know, start right off the press conference. But continue.
you. I want to thank my coaches, our promotions, everybody who helped me, you know, get this opportunity. I feel great. I'm ready. I'm in shape. It's feel great.
When you look back at that night and how things played out, how do you feel about it?
I mean, that night, I would say definitely was like unfortunate. You know, I just did my thing. I did my thing that night.
It's awkward. It's very awkward. Like at this point, it's like you force Albright into a corner, bro. You force Wu into a corner. Now we stuck on something, making it about something that really don't matter. Like at the end of the day, these fighters have already met in the ring. Like, can we talk about the things that you know about Keyshawn and what you expect to do with the data that's being that was downloaded in that fight? Like, we want to talk about, the alleged pack out. I mean, come on, man. Like, it's boxing. We need the drama.
And he came to my room and they let me enjoy it. I ain't get a chance.
Albright, cut it out, bro. It sounds like you doing like you telling right now, like you that little brother, like mama, he did this to me and that. Like you're a grown man, like you handle it. You about to handle it in the ring, like talking about it. It just make you sound weird, bro. It just make you sound like you kind of like you a victim or something, like you know what I mean, like. You a fighter at the end of the day, bro. Like, where was your team? Like, how did this even happen? Like, I fought, more so your squad than anybody. Like, at the end of the day, like Keyshawn, yes, is unprofessional, but God, dog, like this is crazy. Like, where's the G's in the room?
I didn't get a chance to really enjoy the night that I worked so hard for. You know what I'm saying? So it feels good to be able to get that back in the ring.
How much does that night, what happened there, motivate you going in this?
Man, motivates me a lot. I'm here. I'm home for the fight.
Like Frank Martin, his last fight, so like
that's a fact.
Keep bringing that up, like he fought Frank Martin, his last fight.
Why are we here though? We're here for this.
That's his piece.
He did a great job against Frank Martin, and he kept calling my peoples, and we answered his phone call. That's why we here.
Respect.
We're here a little bit of the history too.
Keyshawn Davis getting tired of us. He's like, listen, man. Like, bro, you ain't even brought up the fact this man fought Frank Martin, bro. Not only did he fight him to a draw, which I believe he clearly won, damn near putting the boy out. Frank Martin was all hype from the beginning. I've been saying that from the get-go. But y'all gonna get familiar. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, man, hit the like button over here on Active Sports TV. We cooking, man. It's good. It's explosive boxing taking place this Saturday, man. We breaking it all down. You know what I mean? The press conference being delivered to you as we speak. Hit that thumbs up button. Hit the subscribe button, man. Get familiar with the channel. This is where you're supposed to be. Now let's continue.
It's part of the story. You did mention the Frank Martin fight. Very competitive draw you had against Frank. What do you think you showed people in that fight?
I mean, I just showed a glimpse of who I am. You know what I'm saying? Even that night, I could bring more to the table, but I just showed the world, a glimpse of my talent, and they're going to continue to keep seeing it.
You have Keyshawn has unquestionably improved since that fight you had in 2020.
And without a doubt, that's his coming out, showcase fight. If you ask me, like, up until this point, yeah, the Keyshawn Davis loss that was then turned over to a no contest. That didn't really do it for me with Albright. I'm seeing him, really push Frank Martin like that, getting robbed, and in my opinion, that showed me that this guy is a true contender, someone that can be, really be paid attention to, taken serious in this boxing game. You know what I mean? Now, do I think he will be champion, unifying champion, undisputed? No. But I do believe Albright will make a living being that guy to upset, some of your A-side, highly decorated boxers that you believe that's untouchable. That will be, his signature thing that he can hang his hat on when it comes to his career in boxing. My opinion.
You got a big win at 140 pounds, stopped Jermaine Ortiz. How much think you've improved since 2023?
I mean, I improved a lot. I got stronger, faster. My IQ improved, everything. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna show Saturday night.
How do you think this fight ends on Saturday?
When Narih Albright with his hand raised. That's it. I'm gonna get my hand raised Saturday night. The whole world gonna see it. The whole world gonna see it. It's cool. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can laugh, y'all can do all that. But Saturday night, y'all gonna see.
I think he a serious. I think he a serious problem, man. Keyshawn, you can't take him like
after that win over Jermaine Ortiz, big names, title fights. How are you feeling with this fight in front of you now?
I like to thank God that I'm here, that we all here, made it safe. To my Lord Jesus Christ, thank you. And how I'm feeling, man, I'm happy, man. I got another opportunity to perform at these bright lights. Last 3 opponents, I stopped them. Nobody stopped these opponents that I fought, and hopefully gonna be another opponent that I stop.
And as I said to you in the beginning of this episode, this man been destroying stuff, bro. He been stopping things back to back to back. Listen, Keyshawn is showing me, out of all the young guys, he's the most promising. I'm just gonna say it. I believe Keyshawn Davis is better than Shakur Stevenson. Now we know these dudes is gonna never fight. Even though I think that's buffoonery. I believe that, you know, all of this brother stuff in boxing is too friendly. It's just too damn friendly. Like, listen here, I understand these guys know each other a lot. They come from the same camp, but we got to see that, bro. At some point in time, we got to see Keyshawn versus Shakur. But that's the last fight I want to see, bro. I want to see these dudes really handle all of the young guys out there, Abdullah Masons, you know what I mean? Ryan Trouble Garcia, you know, he's staying some type of trouble, but nonetheless, he is a name in boxing. You know, the Conor Benns, you know what I mean? Devin Haney, Debo Dev, my favorite, outside of, you know, Keyshawn. I kind of don't put Dev and Keyshawn in the same era just because I feel like Dev has been so dominating for so long. He's kind of in the middle of the pack. Like, I put him with the boots and all of that, but tanks and all of that. But, you know, I wouldn't mind seeing Keyshawn Davis handling getting in that work with all of these cats. Devin, Tank, all of them. Now, Albright, I don't see him, you know, getting to that level. I see this, you know, being another one of those fights, letting the fighting world know that this man is a gatekeeper that will definitely put some asses in seats when it comes to being in opposition to, you know, one of those A-class fighters. But, you know, it's just not it. And Keyshawn is dangerous. He's very dangerous. A focused Keyshawn is a dangerous Keyshawn. And that retirement and all of what took place with Albright, I really think it really, you know, adjusted his focus, man, and got him, you know, on the right track as of right now. So let's go ahead and check him out and see what he's going to respond to in this press conference.
You was stopping people before you fought me last time. What happened? He ran into me.
It's getting spicy.
I made him look regular.
Hey, he's talking crazy, Keyshawn.
It's going to be the same thing.
He said he made you look better. He took an L. But Keyshawn, you know, they had no business.
So that really doesn't even matter. I got a win over him, and they decided to take it back. So again, I'm gonna go in here. I'm gonna knock him out in 2026.
There ain't no win unless it counts.
This show, Keyshawn's titled Unfinished Business. Do you think there is unfinished business between you two?
I mean, I feel like this is just a boxing game. You know, we ain't here to fight. We here to sign contracts.
It's gonna be a good one. May 16th, y'all better go ahead and definitely order this on the zone.
But not go out.
You're not gonna be out, bro.
He ain't gonna knock me sleep. He may need the alarm clock. That's Keyshawn said.
Is that confidence, Keyshawn, from how much improvements you've made since 2023? Like you said, that was 3 years ago. You've done a lot since then.
Shout out Fight Hub TV. This audio, man.
You stopped Jermaine Ortiz. Do you feel like
hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, man. We bringing it to you live, direct, and war. Act Sports
God
TV.
willing, I'm gonna get the stoppage. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like anybody that step in that ring with me, I'm gonna stop him. Like every time
You
y'all ask
better
me,
think that.
would you fight him? Would you fight him? I say yeah, and I'm gonna stop him. That's just how I feel. I just feel I can stop anybody that get in the ring with me.
I think
You
he's
know
one
what
of
I'm
the
saying?
best, man.
You know, who's another opponent? Gonna
It's
be
not happening, bro.
and I'm
It's
gonna
not happening. It's not happening. Everything Keyshawn Davis says to me, it goes full circle. The time he said there will be no more Wu. What happened? Time went on. He retired.
Ooh,
First fight, he said, "I'm gonna knock out Wu." He didn't knock me out. He said his brother was gonna knock me out. What happened? I handled his brother.
oh, he handled your brother
Everything
like
was
that? You
on-
let me
we
talk
was
to
on
you?
Sports Center. He was on Sports Center for what he did. For you know what I'm saying. I ain't gonna even talk about.
Yeah, we're talking about that, bro.
So you know what I'm saying. Y'all just gonna see Saturday night.
Hey, he talking real spicy.
Keyshawn, you said
That boy dealing with some habaneros over there, man. Keyshawn, you better deal with this.
He told me when I fought Kelvin. He told me when I fought Kelvin. He said, he was like, "Get off my stage. Get off my stage."
Yeah,
This is
yeah,
my
yeah.
show.
He loving that.
Now look where God has ordered me. I'm on the show, main event,
Yeah, yeah.
main event,
Make,
full circle,
making Kelvin
full
look
circle.
absolutely garbage. Yeah, yeah. Albright holding on to that.
He did say he has fought since then. He fought Frank Martin. What did you think of how he fought against Frank?
Oh shit! Honestly, I haven't beaten Frank. I thought he was gonna beat Frank. I told my people's bet on Wu. I think Wu gonna beat Frank. Honestly, you know what I'm saying?
Wow. I didn't know
I
that.
went back and watched the fight. I thought he beat Frank. You know, but it was a close fight.
I believe
and
so,
I think he
too.
did a great job against Frank. He did his best. You know, but I just feel like both of them not on my level. You know, and I'm not
I
here
already showed him on your level.
I'm not
I
here
agree. I agree.
You know, go back and forth, but like we all know, like whatever, right? You can say whatever you want to say. I'm gonna knock your ass out Saturday.
Okay. That's it.
And we're gonna stop it right there. You got strong words at the final word over here from Keyshawn Davis. He's not going in there to let the judges decide anything. He's going in there to stop Albright. Albright is going in there to prove once again he belongs after showing Keyshawn that he can give him one of his toughest fights. Now, speaking on that fight, Keyshawn Davis, to me, edged the fight out. I wouldn't say that, catapulted Albright to be on his level. Going 12 to me and losing doesn't clarify you as, being on the same level as the fighter if you didn't continue the same, trajectory in your career as that fighter did that you comparing yourself to. But he did prove, like I said, that you have a fighter that you have to take serious, a serious contender. And, anyone to get in that ring with him, if you are lacking, not taking him serious, he can capitalize and upset your whole entire day and destroy your career. So, Albright, Keyshawn, I'm loving it. The energy is there, man. We got these young fighters not afraid to actually fight each other again. Like I said, we should be applauding both fighters just on the fact that we're getting a rematch, man. We're getting some clarity, man. All of this coulda, shoulda, woulda will be now decided between both fighters. Hopefully, we don't get another outcome similar to last time to where it's a draw or, overturned. But I believe Keyshawn Davis is going to get the job done. It was a highly entertaining press conference, as you see. This is your boy Active, getting ready to get up out of here, telling y'all to stay activated at all times. You already know we'll be back. We out of here, man. Y'all tuned in. May 16th, Keyshawn Davis versus Narih Albright. You feel me? On the zone, it's gonna be something that all boxing fans don't want to miss. Casuals, if you're looking for something to watch, tune in the zone, man. It's gonna be fire. So we out of here, man. We'll be back.